Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru and Raila are ignoring Kalonzo Musyoka. Why that? Why do you think that is happening? Because that is the gist of our video today. Kalonzo Musyoka is currently in Uganda, brokering a peace deal, the South Sudan peace deal. Remember, this is part of his work that he's been doing. But then today, Raila Odinga is in Machakos, taking the Azimio la Umoja rally there. Before last week, Kalonzo Musyoka revealed a secret deal that they had with Raila Odinga in the run-up to 2017 general election, when all of them were running under NASA. A document that received sharp criticism from Raila Odinga supporters and also, by large, the team Azimio. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta, after the Jubilee NDC, which Kalonzo Musyoka attended, Kalonzo Musyoka skipped the ODM NDC because, according to him, ODM was not supposed to field a presidential candidate in 2022. Then what we'll see the next day on Monday is a press briefing, one after the other, Kalonzo calling on Raila to shelve his presidential ambitions so that he could support him. And just on that, Raila team have actually argued that Kalonzo is bringing less on table, and Raila has been doing a lot of groundwork in Azimio la Umoja, and it will be ridiculous for Raila to shelve his ambitions for Kalonzo Musyoka. So what he kept on insisting on was a structured dialogue with both Raila and Uhuru. And also, Kalonzo Musyoka insisted that Uhuru Kenyatta should be the custodian of any deal that they are going to have in Azimio la Umoja. But then that seems not to be the situation, and President Uhuru Kenyatta intentionally, deliberately, have ignored Kalonzo Musyoka. Uhuru Kenyatta has been meeting Mandela and Marsabit, other host of Northeastern leaders at State House, and part of bringing people on table to join Jubilee Party so that they can form a bigger coalition to work with Azimio la Umoja. But then it seems that one call that President Uhuru Kenyatta have ignored is calling Kalonzo Musyoka. So, but then we have seen that after that, the Azimio team, while they were doing their campaigns both in Bungoma and Nyamira, and even the Machakos rally, they've come out to dismiss Kalonzo Musyoka. In fact, and Kalonzo Musyoka's MP from Kisii, I think it was Bomasi or somewhere, shifted from Wiper and joined the ODM party. It is clear that something is not working. But then Mutula Kilonzo Jr. is the person that have revealed this in an exclusive interview with the Star, and that article is published there. That despite of a progress that has been said in media that these people are talking, Mutula Kilonzo is revealing that Raila Odinga have not made a single call to Kalonzo Musyoka, even after him talking about that deal. Uhuru Kenyatta have not held any meeting with Kalonzo Musyoka, even though the Azimio calendar is supposed to culminate on a Nairobi rally at Jacaranda Stadium, probably the next Saturday, 8 days from next Saturday, to reveal the presidential candidate and the running mate. So what is going on? In this video, I want us to look at why Raila and Uhuru are becoming very angry with Kalonzo Musyoka, and then what Kalonzo is doing, and what Raila is doing to make sure that he successfully replaces Kalonzo, if indeed Kalonzo is replaceable. I want to request you kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and thank you very much for your unwavering support. The first reason, and one thing that we have actually seen directly from Raila Odinga's side that Raila is establishing a center of command in the Ukambani regions between the three governors. That is Governor Mutula, Charity Ngilu, and Kivutha Kibwana. But then, amongst these three governors, in any case, Kalonzo Musyoka is not going to join Azimio. I think Charity Ngilu is going to be the face of Ukambani. This informs these two instances. This is informed by these two instances that I watched at Jubilee NDC. Charity Ngilu was given a chance to represent. And also, if you look at all these leaders, Charity Ngilu is the closest to Raila Odinga. And they have actually shelved their parties, because if you look at the way they are branding on Azimio, they are all blue. You can't even know that there is Mendeleo Chap Chap, or there is the NAK, or there is the Muungano Party that belongs to Kivutha Kibwana. So they have shelved their ambitions and they are all in Azimio. That is number one. But then, I think there could also be a probability that Uhuru Kenyatta is hungry with Kalonzo because of the Moses Kuria factor. Uhuru knows everything about the politics in this country, and even after holding meeting with Moses Kuria at Dubai, and Moses Kuria, I know at some point they had a deliberation with the president team, and Moses Kuria was adamant to join. Kalonzo Musyoka will delay signing an OCA deal by just some few obstacles that have been thrown on the way by Martha Karua and Moses Kuria. And the president and Raila are feeling like Kalonzo Musyoka is just out to derail the Azimio idea. So because of that, they have intentionally ignored Kalonzo Musyoka. And before he knows, he will be pushed to the corner. This is something that I'm going to analyze at the end after mentioning these 4 points. There could also be a probability that Mutula Kilonzo Jr., who is Makueni senator, is raising questions on this talk simply because he's not part of these talks. Kalonzo is on record saying that this time round he's not going to use intermediaries or emissaries to negotiate on his behalf, but is going to negotiate on himself. So I might also think that Kalonzo have actually left those advisors and he's facing off with Raila Odinga one-on-one. And those talks could be going on, but the juniors do not know. And this could be the best strategy, because the leaders, I normally call them the compact majority. The people who read this book, which was this book? The Dr. Slaxon, where the actors were Dr. Slaxon, The Enemy of the People. There's the compact majority. The compact majority normally mislead the leader. They'll always tell you, you have the ground, you have the people, you are going to win, but deep down, they are actually dining with your enemy. So Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Enoch Wambua, Dan Maanzo, they're all pushing Kalonzo Musyoka, but knowing very well that Kalonzo Musyoka do not stand a chance to win. But they're out to use his euphoria to win their respective seats. So that could also be a probability that Kalonzo Musyoka has actually changed the strategy. The fourth observation that is still maybe why they've ignored, they might have realized that Kalonzo Musyoka wants to go to the ballot alone, all through to the ballot. But of course, that also have its own demerits, because he's going to sever ties with Gideon Moi and Jirongo, who are 90% into Azimio. In fact, they're just waiting the official unveiling. But that could only be happening if Kalonzo Musyoka is still working with the Jimmy Wanjigi project to make sure that they block Raila Odinga from ascending to power. And if Kalonzo opts to go to the ballot, then it will only be a third option. Kalonzo, if he's opting to go to the ballot alone, then I can categorically say that he's still in the project Jimmy Wanjigi, block Raila Odinga to presidency. But then finally, let me nail it to what I was actually telling you people, that Kalonzo Musyoka do not have any other tangible option apart from aligning with either Azimio or One Kenya Alliance. Because if what Moses Kuria is saying is true, that they are going to form a coalition with One Kenya, with Kenya Kwanza, and with the other 21 parties, then Azimio also is stemming with other small parties, then it's a two-horse race. And Kalonzo might remain alone, because I can tell you, if Gideon Moi leaves and Jirongo leaves, then Kalonzo will remain with Martha Karua, who are not formidable. They cannot win. Martha Karua will have no option but to focus on Kirinyaga gubernatorial race and leave Kalonzo struggling alone. Now, the strategy by both Raila and Uhuru is very strategic. Leave Kalonzo, let him play his dilly-dallying game, let him do whatever he thinks is right, but at the right opportune time, he will make his decision. This is what I'm saying. Kalonzo already had branded himself and have gratified the minds of his supporters that he is anti-Ruto, coming out publicly to swear that he cannot work with William Ruto. Now, that public swearing that he cannot work with William Ruto, if today he shifts and makes a change to goes to Kenya Kwanza, he will go through the fate that Musalia Mudavadi went through. Because what will be sold, the narrative will be that Kalonzo Musyoka was bought by William Ruto. And remember, somewhere 2 weeks ago, Charity Ngilu was saying that Kalonzo wanted Raila to pay him, I don't know, some 3 billion to join UDA. So what the narrative that these people might pull is that he went to William Ruto because money exchanged hands. I can tell you, that will be the most difficult narrative for the man from Sekuru to counter on the political wing. But then, also, if he joins Kenya Kwanza, what does he stand to gain? If William Ruto is going to take his running mate from central Kenya, then him and Musalia Mudavadi will also just be absorbed there as flower boys. Instead of going to be a flower boy in Kenya Kwanza, he better just remain around Raila Odinga and also play on succession, on post-Raila succession. It would be very easy for Raila to say Kalonzo Tosha in 2027 than William Ruto to say Kalonzo Tosha in 2027. If in any case, the succession politics is going to be part of the 2022 power sharing deal. That is my analysis. And according to Mutula Kilonzo, Raila and Uhuru are done with Kalonzo Musyoka. Do you think that he is indispensable